so biased. I think to me, obviously, I think South African women are beautiful, and um, yeah. Unfortunately, if I had gone to more places in Africa, I would be able to probably comment a bit more. But they are on my list. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go for South Africa. You knew it was coming.
Hey there, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to GH Africa TV, where we bring you stories from around the world that will make you laugh, learn, and feel inspired. Today, we are thrilled to have you with us once again. Before we jump into today's fascinating interview, just a quick reminder, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on any of our latest adventures.
Hi, Nino. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm Gina. I am a South African who has moved over to the UK. And basically, I am busy finding my feet at the moment. I've been here for just over a year. And I'm working in social media. And I think the thing that I focus on is my TikTok, so that I can help other South Africans or any other people from anywhere wanting to move to the UK. So yeah, that's just a bit about me, but thank you so much. I think one of the reasons why I chose the UK is specifically for my career. Being in like a form of advertising, London is a really good place to be for that. I know that there are a lot of other options, but I think also I did some research, and a lot of South Africans do choose to move to the UK, and it is quite controversial, but I think that it's like I like to have another sense of home in another place. So it was really important for me to be in a place where I knew that other South Africans would be around, so that I could have that sense of home there. I think in the beginning, the hardest part for me was being far away from my family, because I'm very much a homebody. I love to have a bra, be surrounded by my friends and my family. That's like very important to me. So suddenly moving to the other side of the world, and they're no longer just a car trip away. I have to actually fly to see them, and obviously flights are also expensive. So that's a whole nother story. So I think, yeah, being away from friends and family, and then also just adjusting to a completely new environment. I'd never been to the UK myself before I moved here, so I arrived with my bags. I didn't know how a train worked properly. I didn't know what shops to go to get certain things that I would know in South Africa. And I think, yeah, also another thing for me was the food, because I love South African food, and now suddenly it's like all different and new and scary. But yeah, it's all been worth it. So I think there's quite a misconception about the UK, specifically London. People think, oh, I'm overseas, it's safe. So if I were you, I would not be holding my phone around, because it's a common thing that people come on bicycles and they snatch the phone. And coming from, sorry, excuse the noise. Coming from South Africa, I've always been aware of like keeping my phone on me and keeping it close guarded, and I think that you must do the same when you're in the UK. Another thing is that people, when you get here, it's such a small thing, but it makes a big difference. When you're going up an escalator, people always, if you're standing on the escalator, you stand on the right hand side, and if you're just passing by, then you can walk on the left hand side. People, it's a strange thing, but people are very particular about it here. Another thing is that when you're walking, walk quickly, because I don't know, it's so strange. Like, people here have places to go and people to see, and they like walk really fast. So yeah, those are just some things that I found. They're quite random, but so biased. It's so biased. I think, to me, obviously, I think South African women are beautiful, and um, unfortunately, if I had gone to more places in Africa, I would be able to probably comment a bit more. But they are on my list. And I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go for South Africa. You knew it was coming. I just think, obviously, I've had the most exposure to South African women, and there's such a diverse like beauty in South Africa, which I think is amazing. And yeah, just also the general personality of South Africans, how like what I've found, South African women are quite like caring and supportive, and like lift other women up, which is really important to me. But like I said, if I'd gone to more places, then maybe I'd be able to comment a bit better. So you have the milk tart. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a dessert. Cook Sisters. Those are sweet things that I do miss. And obviously I grew up close to Durban, where Durban curry is a very big thing. And I do enjoy curry myself, not too spicy, but I do enjoy it. And then heading towards the Cape Town, they have Gatsby's, which is like this roll just filled with basically everything, like a lot of like cooked chips and yeah, stuff like that. So I think it all depends on like which area in South Africa. But yeah, there are lots of different things. I think so. The best part about being a South African is the diversity and the colorfulness of the country. And there's just such a, I don't know, there's such a like vibe about sticking together and like getting through the tough times. Like it's no secret that South Africa does have its challenges like any other country would. And there's just everyone, like you make a plan and you stand together. And I think this was like very obvious during the World Cup when we won the World Cup, the Rugby World Cup, sorry. Everyone, no matter who you are, where you live, they were coming together every week to watch the Springboks play, and they're like gathered by the TV, and just like the whole atmosphere and the bringing together of every kind of person, no matter who they are. I think that was like really special and made me really proud to be South African. Unfortunately, I was in the UK at the time, but even being here, the pubs were filled with South Africans coming together in a different country, still supporting the same team and like having that same goal. For sure, it has made me so grateful to be South African, moving into a different place, because I just realized that like how friendly the people are back home. And it just also made me grateful for things that I didn't even think about until I was here and I was on my own. And there's no feeling like the feeling of when the plane touches down in South Africa and I'm like, yay, I'm home. And just, I don't know, I can't really, it's hard to explain. And like, of course, I'm grateful for this opportunity and this experience to be in another country, but home will always be South Africa to me. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I think the first advice I would give is to take every opportunity and go for it. If you have the chance to travel, do it. It is so important to be able to experience different places and different cultures, and it just like it really does make you grateful for who you are and where you're from. I think I'm just trying to think, like definitely keep your head up, do your research. You want to make sure that you're safe at all times, no matter where you're going. And yeah, I think I would definitely recommend saving up to travel. There are a bunch of different websites that you can go on to get really good package deals as well. Something like Skyscanner, you can type in the location that you want to go to, you can get cheaper flights. And I think also not only traveling to the places where everyone wants to go to, the best experiences that I've had have been going to a country, not having any kind of plans, meeting a local person by chance and then being like, oh, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Places that I would have never known if I just typed something into Google. So yeah, don't over plan your trip. And yeah. I think I just want to give a shout out to my family. I missed you guys and we'll hopefully see you soon. And yeah, I just want to also thank my family who have given me this opportunity to be abroad. So my Instagram and TikTok are both at Gina Holdsworth, GinaHoldsworth. And I'd really appreciate any follows or views or anything. And just if anyone is out there and has any specific questions about moving abroad, they're more than welcome to pop me a message, and I'll be very happy to help out.